Hey, this is Abbott. I'm here with Cooper Abbott's DA8 Kawasaki 250F. We changed on the KX270 of Cooper's bike compared to a stock bike is the Recluse Clutch. We have the Core EXP 3.0. You don't have to use your clutch all the time, so you can lug it to make the bike track a little bit more. We run the fast bars, which gives a little more flex, takes the harshness away. Of course, we run the Evo suspension, which is a big portion of taking the plushness and giving it to where you can ride aggressive, yet the bike's really plush. One thing we like running is the GPR stabilizer. I know a lot of guys run it for high speed stuff, but we actually run it for low speed stuff also. We don't run it as high as a number, but still when you get that deflection in a rock, you know, it keeps the steering straight. Then we run the ARC, the arc lever, and clutch perch. He likes that. With the Acerbis plastic, we run the GPR clamps also along with the stabilizer. And the Works Connection hole shot device, we run John Seahorn skid plate, which is really huge because the fact that it covers the linkage, so if you do get caught on a log, you can slide the bike forward all the way to the rear tire and then it grabs. And luckily we have the Dunlop tires on here. We're fortunate to have the Dunlop gummy he gets to run. And then we have the braking parts as far as the discs. That's a big part with the zip tie chain blocks so the rear wheel won't slide forward when you're hitting something. It's pretty much set. As far as the power goes, we have the FMF exhaust system. We don't do too much to the motor. We run a 270 big bore kit, which helps with the lower end, torque, bottom end. So it's not really a rever. It's made to ride a gear high and lug, but it'll be really aggressive off the bottom if he wants to jump something or something like that. Then he has the moto seat, silo creations. You know, one of the things we all like is making our bike look good and having the wheels spin like they should as far as like being really free. We do that by using the rad hubs, and the Coop loves those. I love those myself, and they've been really good. He runs the Flow foot pegs and sprocket also with the BRP chain guide. We actually run a different chain, a different swing arm. It's an older swing arm, but it runs a different chain guide, which carries it farther up, so you don't have to worry about it derailing. And a lot of guys don't know that one, which is a pretty cool little secret that comes on Cooper's and my race bike too. So our gearing on the bike is actually pretty stock, but what we do is instead of a 13 front, we go to a 12, and that way we can lower the rear. So normally it comes with a 50 or 51, and we run a 48 for the fact that it lowers the rear sprocket, so you won't be hitting as many rocks or dragging on stuff. He runs the RK chain, which is super good to make that wheel roll easier also. And then you know, a couple little things to top it off is the Amy grips. You know, there's a couple little key things that makes the bike more for him. He loves the soft grips, those same grips I use. The Motion Pro, we have a different throttle tube, the throttle kit assembly, and you can actually change the ratio of the throttle pull internally, and it's super easy to do, and that's a nice little thing. With Cooper being basically 6'1" and still growing for the fact that he's 17 years old, he runs really close to the same setup I do. As far as suspension and even the bar levers and height distance, he runs a neutral, you know, situation as far as that goes, and it's not like he runs a taller bars that helps him stand, because when you run a taller bar, when you sit, then your bars are really high, and that's tough to do. So he runs basically the same setup as I do. You know, we run the stock radiators. The stock radiators have been awesome. One thing we do is run a different radiator cap. 1.1 comes on our 1.3. We actually switched it to a 1.8, which I believe comes off a KX65 or 85, and that way it won't overheat as quick. And then we also run the zip tie radiator fluid. One other cool things we run is the KX500 brake pedal. It's actually off the KX500. You just push the sleeve out and you throw it on here. We run the Fast Company clevis, so you don't have to have a spring, so it brings it back itself. That's kind of a trick little thing for the reason the brake pedal has a spring when you hit it. You know, a lot of people break off the end. Now it actually will bend back and flex back with the spring for the pivot point there, which is awesome.